That time of night, food prep time. So I'm preparing my meals and trying to diversify a little bit in terms of like where I get my carbs from and where I'm getting some of my protein from. Let's take a look at a quick example of what I mean. So just in the middle of about to start cooking my eggs, 2 large whole eggs. I'm gonna put 6 tablespoons of egg white liquids, and then that'll be my meal number 3. And yesterday I had some almonds. This time I am using dry roasted edamame. It's really good. It's kind of like hard, lightly salted. And then here I had a power waffle, but instead this time I'm just going with organic rolled oatmeal, some cinnamon, and a tablespoon of chia seeds. So this overall will be around the equivalent of 40-ish grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, mostly coming from that. And it's virtually the same as yesterday, but again, I'm just trying to mix up where I get my carbs and my protein from. And then in terms of my post-workout meal, I pre-make everything as you see. This is a simple carbohydrate option, which is some organic agave syrup and Special K cereal with some cinnamon. I made mixed berries, which has blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. I'm got ready to go in my Blend Jet, my protein shake, which is 24 grams of a whey protein, a company called True Nutrition, a really good company. Toasted coconut is the flavor. As well in there is 2 tablespoons of dark cacao powder, chocolate. I love that. And then I've got a tablespoon of peanut butter powder. And then here I got 8 ounces of chicken bone broth. So this is my big meal after working out, and really supplements the carbs, supplements my glycogen stores from replenishing my carbs since I do high intensity training. And then I got a good amount of protein from the bone broth. That's 9 grams of protein, and that has, with the peanut, a little over 30, so decent amount. But my goal with post-workout, if you've seen from my other videos, my goal is to typically have about 20-25% of my weight, my body weight, in protein, which is around 40-ish grams of protein, and then protein times 1.5 or 2 for carbs, and then around 550-600 calories. I've found through a lot of trial and error that this is a great meal for recovery and replenishing your protein, which you need to do right after working out because your body is breaking down muscle tissue from working out. So this is where I'm at right now. I'll check in once I've got some of the other meals done so you can take a look. So I season my eggs exactly the same every day, and the seasoning is light salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and curry powder. Gives it a nice kick, and and red, hot red pepper. With everything I cook, from the moment I come home from the gym, I'm normally preparing for my job and getting on some business calls. My goal is to make everything extremely ready to go, where I could just pull some plastic off or quickly heat it up in the microwave and not have to do any measuring, any prep. Eggs, for example, I used to, make them like an omelet, but then I got to worry about cutting it into small pieces, and it's a bit of a hassle. So anything that I could scoop with a spoon and eat pretty easily and quickly is really the goal here with all the stuff I eat, whether that's chicken, beef, eggs, and so on. All right, meal 3 is done, and to top it off, I will put a little bit of salsa in the eggs, give it a little bit of further kick. I put cayenne red pepper in there, but I don't know, this really tastes good, so we'll do that. And then other than that, I will just eat and open up, ready to go. Live active, low fat cottage cheese. Love this stuff. 100 calories, 12 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbs, and just a little bit of fat. So this right here is meal number 3. All right, I think for meal number 4, we're gonna go with some scallops for the protein. Pretty big ones. jumbo scallops, so about 4 is a serving, 4 ounces or so, about 19 grams of protein. The way I have to make them, just because I can't cook them fancy and sear them and stuff, they'll stink up the house. I actually boil them in water, and I have the vent pulling it out of the house. Otherwise the house is going to smell with the steam. But this generally is a good way to do it. And I'll do that and some frozen veggies, and then have kind of this blend of nuts, and maybe even I'll throw in some low-fat kefir, that sort of drinkable Greek yogurt. So we'll see, more to come. So for veggies, a common go-to is the steam in a bag options, where I don't have to do much prep. I'll just take the bag as it is, coming right out of the freezer, put it in there, set it, and then cook it. And I'll just then use enough to get the ounces I need, and I'll just package it up and keep it in the fridge until I consume the whole bag. So it's pretty easy. All right, meal number 4 down. There you go. 4 scallops are done, boiled and sitting on top of half a cup of white rice, sprinkled on some black pepper, and also for taste and as well health reasons, because amino acids are important, even though they're in fish. Liquid aminos taste a little bit like soy sauce. And then for the green beans, steam them up. There's about 65 grams of that. And on top, because there's not much fat in here by itself, and I need to catch up on my fat quota for the day, I put MCT oil in there, unflavored, which is a healthy form of fat. So all in all, this is close to 600 calories, 50 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs or so, and about 25-ish or so grams of fat. So not bad. Now we gotta try to squeeze in the last bit of the macros for meal number 5. So as I plan out the last meal here to try to get my final macros in, I noticed I'm pretty short on my fats. So to make up for it, I went back to meal number 3 and ended up putting another tablespoon of MCT in there to get some additional fats into this meal, so I don't push too much fat consumption at the end of the day, closely before I'm going to bed. So I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I'm actually just gonna plan out my last meal still. It's getting late. It's almost 9:30 at night, and got to relax a little bit. I've got about 450-ish calories left, about 50 grams of protein, and very little carbs, and about 20 grams of fat. So likely what I'll probably do is consider some ground beef. That's high in fat, or decent fat. I think I have an 85% fat beef. Very high in protein and good calories, but very little carbs, if any at all. So yeah, actually there's no carbs. So I gotta figure that out, but this is gonna wrap it up for tonight, and that's it. Have a good night, guys.